Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again to HQW Living Bones Exposed. Welcome, one and all, to episode 22 now, so this is pretty exciting. We're going to be kicking things off tonight with our HQW World Cruiserweight Champion, Alec Albert, joining me this week. Welcome, Alec.
178 pounds.
So Alec, obviously we're starting things off with what's going to be probably a very fast-paced match. We've got Maggot taking on HQW's newest full-time signee in Grinwald. Grinwald, of course, wasn't necessarily Pulse's first choice to sign. He gave him that tryout. I think back, what was it, episode 5 when he took on Seth Skyblight. It was Seth Skyblight who would get a contract at the end of that match. But Pulse essentially went back and reviewed Grinwald just because he knows that how much of a massive fan favorite Grinwald can be. Everyone seems to gravitate towards him. They love this goofball of a goblin. But yeah, Pulse was very hesitant to signing Grinwald because he's very vocal about comedy wrestling, let's just say that.
I think he has all kinds of potential, just thinking that.
Oh, he could be great, you know, he could be definitely a massive sensation, and to be fair, on the independent scene, he has been a huge sensation with a lot of fans. A lot of other wrestlers have nothing but good things to say about him. And hopefully Grinwald will earn his keep. And I think that's really all we can ask from him. Let's see how he
I think all he can ask from us, sorry, is just to believe in him.
Yeah, no kidding. But now we're going to see, this is interesting, we're going to see how the new superstar holds up against the Cruiserweight Champion here, Alec. I mean, this is obviously going to be a very huge test for Grinwald. Let's see if he can do it here. If he's able to ground and perhaps at least go the distance with Maggot. I don't think anyone expects him to beat the Cruiserweight Champion here tonight. But, I mean, it certainly would be sensational. Oh, nice! Oh, there's a forearm shot! There's a counter by Maggot. Neither man looking to back down here on the early goings here, Alec.
Never a dull moment.
Oh, so far, look at that! Grinwald coming out on top in that exchange. Very nice. Irish whip. Grinwald looking to quicken the pace here. Missed the drop kick. Irish whip in kind. There's a drop down. Leapfrog. And here we go! Maggot with a nice arm drag. Lucha Libre style arm drag there. Of course, Maggot is one of the most well-traveled HQW superstars, knows a bevy of wrestling styles, and in my opinion, that's the reason why he's the Cruiserweight Champion, Alec. It's because he's so versatile.
Yeah.
But tonight he's going up against...
him already.
Yeah, already we can tell that tonight he's going up against someone that really Maggot doesn't quite have a match for his style, and that's the comedy style of wrestling. But I still think that, you know, the odds for Maggot are pretty good. Here we go, what's this? Oh my, what? Are you kidding? What an unbelievable, unconventional airplane spin. Oh, what a goofy goober. Look at this guy go. Grinwald already showing off his comedy chops here. Oh, misses the elbow drop, however. And that's going to allow Maggot to take advantage. Wait, no, Grinwald with a nice arm drag there. So far, Grinwald doing an okay job holding his own against the Cruiserweight Champ. Maggot now goes for an Irish whip and another counter here by Grinwald. Oh! Cross body block! Hurricane Rana by Maggot! Maggot now might finally be finding his opening against Grinwald to try to quell the offense of this unconventional challenger. Wait a minute, what's Maggot going for? Maggot needs to be careful.
Out of the ring.
What's he going for? Oh! He almost sailed the moonsault, but he used it more as an evasive tactic. I've never seen that. Tell me if you've ever seen an as-I moonsault done as an evasion, Alec. That was very unique.
Very impressive. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I don't see that often. Here we go. Maggot on the apron. Springboard dropkick. Beautiful execution. Maggot now, I think this is where Maggot gets so dangerous here, Alec, is when he gets in control of the match and he starts to plot. You can tell that, oh my gosh, look at this brutal hold using those ropes. Oh my word, and look at this, he's not even done. Big boot right to the outside. Maggot will come back in now. Reynolds trying to get back up from the outside. Only a 3 count on the out. Here we go, back in the ring. Maggot, nice fireman's carry. Maggot now going to work on the arm. Oh no, he's got a hammerlock on one arm. And he's gonna hyperextend that shoulder. Oh my word, look at this. Oh, stomps right on the forearm. Beautiful move here by Maggot. And that's one thing that Maggot definitely needs to do, is to wear down the arm of Grinwald, especially if he wants to set up for his Kimura lock, Alec. And now we're seeing the damage being done to the arm. This is definitely not where Grinwald wants to be in this match. If he's going to make a comeback, he needs to make it soon, Alec. And look at this could finally be it. Oh no. To no avail, a super kick out of nowhere. Almost taking a page out of Marek that time. Here's a cover. 1. No, only 1. Wow. There is life left in Grinwald. Makes me wonder what we're going to see. Next up, look at this. Oh, what a beautiful drop kick. Maggot now calling for something big. Could it be time for the hammerlock suplex? I think it is. He's got it in. Locks it, nails it. Wow. Beautiful execution by Maggot. He's going to hook the leg. Can he get the victory? 1, 2. Oh, only 2. Grinwald now fighting back with everything this youngster's got. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Maggot twirling the arm around. He's got it. He's got it locked in. It's the Kimura lock. Wait a minute. I don't think Maggot could really get it perfectly executed there. And that allowed Grinwald to escape. Wait. Oh, what's Grinwald going for? Oh, no. Oh, the pancake! Nailed the pancake on Maggot. And now what's he going for? Are we getting a giant swing? A giant little swing here from Grinwald? Grinwald now setting up. If he can hit this move, no. He went for the Devil May Cryver, which was originally going to be the signature move of Marek, but out of respect for Grinwald, Marek decided, you know, you can take it, kid, that's fine. Says a lot. Wait a minute. Maggot going back to the hammerlock suplex here. And Maggot calling for the finish. If he hits the Grave Defiler, you know it's going to be it, Alec. Here we go. He's got him locked up. Got him cradled. Nails it. Grave Defiler. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Maggot wins. What a sensational victory for Maggot. And I gotta admit, for an opening contest, this was actually pretty great.
Yeah, it was high paced, fast paced, and yeah, it was a really entertaining match altogether. It was very back and forth, so.
Yeah, there was a lot of really great moments where both guys seemed to have each other's number, but in the end, I think it was the resiliency of our cruiserweight champion that allowed him to persevere in this match. And Alec, I'd like to announce right now that next week we can all look forward to seeing Maggot take on his current #1 contender, Seth Skyblight, for the Cruiserweight Championship. Oh, I can't wait for that match, Alec.
I agree. I think that's going to be one hell of a match.
Especially when it was just last week where we had an unbelievable Cruiserweight Fatal 4-Way match to determine that #1 contender, and it was Seth Skyblight who came out on top. That match also involving Grinwald, Victor Frost, and in my opinion, who was the true MVP of that match, Johnny Hypnosis. Johnny Hypnosis showing some unbelievable heart in that match, really trying to... I think he noted, Alec, that it was this could be his time. This could be his moment to, to impress and to make a name for himself and to hopefully become the #1 contender for the Cruiserweight title. And it's a shame he didn't walk away the victor, but there can only be one winner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So now we're going to kick this next bout off quickly, very quickly. As quick as I can. Okay, 30 minutes. Perfect. So the next match, Alec, we're going to be seeing is the continued pairing of Pulse and his new buddy Oregon. Pulse, as an effort to try to apologize to the reptilian monster Oregon, said, yeah, I'm going to make you a champion by hook or by crook. And so far he's been running a sort of gauntlet. Yeah, that's right, I'll say it again, guys. A sort of gauntlet being placed by the current tag team champions, the Bacterium. It was Virus who said, hey, if you guys are serious about doing this tag team thing and you guys want a title shot, well, tell you what, you guys are going to have to go after every single challenger we have in store for you. And so tonight, Alec, we're seeing team number 3, challenge number 3, in the way of Oregon and Pulse. But I sincerely believe this may truly be their toughest challenge to date. Pulse and Oregon, 1-on-1 against Celestial and Pandora. My gosh. What a situation this is between these two teams. I mean, I think if there's really anybody who can stop the momentum outright of Pulse and Oregon, I definitely think it's going to have to be this pairing of the Apophis in Pandora and Celestial. I mean, it's one thing if Pandora's teaming up with Donovan Dark. It's another thing when he teams up with Celestial. That's two behemoths that you have to deal with. And here we go.
That's
now.
Not something you want to do on any night.
Honestly, no, it's tough, right? I think if you, in pro wrestling, when you look at, say, if I was going in there, Alec, or say if you were going in there and you're staring across the ring against a guy who's, say, 7 foot, maybe close to like 6'10", or let's say even if he's almost a foot taller than you. Let's use that for an example. If he's almost a foot taller than you, you can bet your bottom dollar he's probably a lot heavier than you as well, and he could probably, like, you know, toss you around like you're a sack of bananas or a sack of potatoes, whatever image you want to use, and just make it a heck of a terrible night for you. So that's one guy, that's one behemoth. Now imagine taking on 2. And the only saving grace that Pulse has here in this match is that his tag team partner is about as big as the other 2 opponents. Pulse, of course, no shorty in his own right. By all accounts, he's still 6'4", but that just goes to show how much he's being dwarfed by Celestial, who I believe comes in at 7'1", and Pandora comes up at 6'9" or 10 inches. Those are both very big men. Pulse, of course, the promoter and booker of HQW, as well as one of its top performers. Pulse, a sensational wrestler, Alec, the one that I know that you know is capable of a lot. There we go, already throwing the knees early in his entrance, as we see, and it might be time for an acid bath party, guys. Of course, Pulse calls himself the metahuman centipede. Has it written on his tights, the tights that he debuted only a few weeks ago, actually. Kind of, I think, in my opinion, it was a sort of refocusing, a refreshing for Pulse. I know, like, when he debuted the attire, there was a lot at stake. He took on Oberon, Alec, and I remember you and I tuned in for that match, and it was Oberon who beat Pulse and granted himself a spot in the round robin.
That's right.
That's right, and now, that's right, and it's now Pulse who decided, well, to make up for it, I'm going to team up with Oregon, and we're going to try to go after the tag team titles. But luckily, in HQW, the tag team titles are nowhere close to a consolation prize. Isn't that right, Alec?
Absolutely.
The tag team division here in HQW is honestly one of the stiffest in any wrestling promotion today. You're not going to see a bunch of, oh, well, they're a bunch of new guys or a bunch of rookies that we're putting together because we don't know where else to put them. You're not going to see those kinds of teams in HQW. You're only going to see well-oiled machines and unbelievable, essentially, like, A-list combinations. I mean, does it really get any bigger than teams like No Gimmicks Needed or the Toxic Sluts Inc. or even the Midnight Sins? It really doesn't. These are all phenomenal teams, and even individually, they stand up as great singles competitors. So that's what I love about the HQW Tag Team division, is that it really feels like you're essentially putting top star and top star together, like essentially just the biggest megastars in the HQW roster together, and that's what comprises our tag team division. It's not a bunch of slouches who are here because their meal ticket is each other, and if they went solo, you know, they just wouldn't stand out. No, that's not like that. And that's why the HQW Tag Team division is so darn good. And my gosh, what a sight is the reptilian tank bred Oregon, slowly making his way to the ring. Look at the size of him. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's, what, 7'2", 7'3" in his own right? He's one of the only guys. I actually know, pardon, he is the only guy who can stare Celestial eye to eye. But I gotta ask you this question, Alec. How do you feel about the, essentially the attitude change of Oregon? Do you like this new attitude where Oregon is trying to embrace the crowd? Or do you appreciate more the Oregon that was an absolute wrecking machine, just dealt carnage and didn't care about anybody?
You know,
Oh, sorry, you're cutting out a lot. Can you speak up a little more?
Oh,
sorry,
my apologies. Yeah, so I do believe that the Oregon that wanted nothing but mass destruction was more unique, and he was like a lot, like always made for good matches. But you know what? I can't complain with like the new complaints or the new the new attitude he's playing with either, though.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting take on Oregon for sure, and I don't think it's going to deter his career whatsoever. But could this be it? If I don't know what's going to happen if Pulse and Oregon lose this match, is this the end of the road, Alec? Are we ever going to see... I don't know if it's going to be like a one and done situation for Pulse and Oregon. Is it going to be a case where if they don't keep winning on this path towards the tag team titles, are they done? And then Pulse is going to say, well, we tried, kid. We gave it the old college try. See you later. Is that what's going to happen? I don't know.
I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out.
Well, we will. Well, luckily, we won't have to wait too long to find out. We're going to see what happens. This match is coming up next. It will be Pulse and Oregon, HQW's newest duo, taking on two members of the Apophis, the juggernauts of the Apophis, in fact, Celestial and Pandora. Both men, in my opinion, are walking nightmares on this planet.
And
both freakishly big,
at a combined weight
both
of
ridiculously strong.
6 pounds, the Nightmare and the Giant.
They have some pretty wicked agility. I mean, if you want to talk about some of the great agile giants in pro wrestling history, I mean, I really want to give it up to not just these two, but the three giants in this match. Oregon is known to do some insane diving moves whenever he gets a chance. And Celestial, rather light on his feet. He actually has quite the intensive training regiment. Make sure that he doesn't gain any unnecessary weight. And Pandora is just... essentially looks like he's chiseled out of granite. Look at those abs. Holy crap.
Rock hard.
Oh, no kidding. And I wonder what happens if, now that Pulse and Oregon are 2-0 in tag team matches, what happens if the Apophis win this match? Where do you think they will go in the standings for the tag team titles? Are they going to be able to make a claim for the tag titles next?
I think they have the potential.
I think it's quite possible, right? Because now, as far as I'm concerned, the Bacterium are out number one contenders. There is no clear-cut number one contender, and the only guys who have been itching closer to that spot have been Pulse and Oregon. But what happens, yes, if Celestial and Pandora win this match? I mean, could you imagine if they were the number one contenders? And how stupid and how silly Virus would feel like for essentially putting this Apophis duo in the running for the tag belts. I can't even fathom. I mean, I do give credit to the Bacterium. They're phenomenal tag team champions at this time, but if they take on this duo of Celestial and Pandora, oh my word, I think the strength difference might be too much for the Cruiserweight tag team champions. Here we go. Now we're going to be starting things off. Pulse and Pandora. A pair of peas in the ring. Here we go. Pulse already off to a great start here. Trying to wrench that arm. Nice. Doing a pretty good job at working over the arm. Oh, but now the power game Pandora forcing Pulse into that corner, Alec. And here we go. Are we going to see clean break? Oh, nice clean break there. Not something I was expecting from Pandora. I thought he was going to take a shortcut. Nice counter by Pulse. Pulse, Irish Whip, going to quicken the pace here, Alec. Leapfrog, here we go! Oh, and a counter by Pandora. And the Eye of the Apophis essentially getting run circles around, and now they're going back to a collar-elbow tie-up. Pandora really wrenching that arm. I can feel the pain from here, for goodness sakes. Oh, Pulse able to break it up, and he clips that arm. And Pulse goes back to the arm. Nice arm breaker there. Great move. And do you think this is a sound strategy, Alec? Do you think Pulse and Oregon should work on the arm of Pandora?
Yeah, I think focus on one body part's always a smart move, because then if you work that...
Wow. Oh, that's for sure, right? If Pulse hits that armbar, his arm trap armbar finishing hold, especially on Pandora, whom he's already begun to wear down. And this is what, man, I think what everyone wants to see. They want to see Oregon and Celestial lock it up once more. In my opinion, I don't think there's a greater pair of rivals in HQW today, more so than Celestial and Oregon. These two guys, the two tallest guys in HQW, they killed it. They were a surprise hit match in the first episode of HQW's return, Alec. It was an unbelievable contest. Wow, look at this show of power by both these men. Both men trying to get the best out of each other. Having a heck of a hard time, though. Nice, we're seeing good counterpoint here from both gentlemen. Wow, that elbow strike was so massive, it actually knocked the referee aside. I can't get over this. Wow. Nice lariat into the corner there by Celestial. Celestial really starting to take control of this match. Alley-oop! Holy! Right out of the corner there. I think Oregon's in a spot of trouble, and oh, is he gonna... Wow, he did it! Deadlifts the reptilian take Fred. What an incredible move. Oh, look at Oregon, finally found his opening now. Going to deal this quick succession of strikes to Celestial. I think Oregon could really go for a tag in the pulse here. And here we go. Here's a tag. What kind of combination are we going to see here? Oh my word, look at this. Are you kidding me? Doomsday Bulldog! From the top rope, unbelievable move. Here's a cover. Can we get a victory here? No, Pandora breaks it up. That's the kind of partner you want to have on your side there, Alec. But Alec, let's talk strategy here for a quick second. What do you think the strategy should be for either team?
Oh, you know what? I think just tiring on your opponent and the arm there. Because as a wrestler, I always thought it'd be really sort of so push the legs,
oh, you're cutting out a bit, Alec.
Yeah, I was just saying, yeah, I personally was wrestling once there's nothing. You know what?
That's for sure. I mean, it's really any way you want to play it. I personally feel like if you're going to go against Celestial, it might be a wiser choice to go after those legs. Right? It's a guy that tall. You chop down the legs of a mighty redwood, it becomes a lot easier to handle. Wait a minute. Nice counter there by Celestial. You know, Celestial could definitely do with a tag in to his behemoth tag team partner, Pandora. And I think, Alec, it's been very, very interesting to see essentially Pandora and Celestial sort of grow as a duo since Donovan Dark has been suspended.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool to see them have a pretty strong chemistry.
I agree. I kind of had my doubts, but then again, you know, when two giants with similar movesets essentially, work together, put their abilities together, see what they can do, you never know what kind of music you'll do. And where it is! Yakuza kick! Yakuza kick by Oregon! Could this be a 1, 2, 3? Oh my gosh, he knocked him out! Alec, he knocked Celestial flat out!
I
wow!
saw that drop too.
Holy crap! I did not think he was gonna get that victory that quickly, but oh my word, you never know, eh? You never know. With a good stiff kick to the head, sometimes it's lights out.
No, yeah, absolutely. And that kick was powerful as hell too. I saw the way he dropped.
Oh yeah, it was brutal. I mean, he dropped as if he lost consciousness on impact.
Here are your winners.
Wow, what a decisive victory, in my opinion, for Pulse and Oregon. now, essentially, they're 3-0. Alec, they're 3-0 as a tag team. This is very impressive.
That's right.
So now, I mean, I don't know what kind of gauntlet or challenge that the Bacterium are going to place in front of Oregon and Pulse next week, but I'm interested. I hope that we get something a little more decisive, and I hope that Pulse and Oregon finally get a chance to become the #1 contenders next week. But we'll have to wait for next week, won't we?
That's right.
Perfect.
Tune in then.
Oh, please do, please do. As I said, you guys already have the HQW World Cruiserweight Championship match to look forward to, and I personally cannot wait for that. But our night is yet to be done. We still have 3 more matches to go here, guys. So please stay tuned. Please stick around, and especially for all those watching our later broadcast over on YouTube, stick around. We still have 3 more Dynamite singles matches coming up next, and the next 2 singles matches, Alec, are actually going to be matches in the round robin. So the round robin definitely essentially inching closer and closer here to its conclusion. I believe we have it might be a few more weeks. Yeah, I think we have like another couple weeks after this before we get to our determiner matches, so that's pretty exciting news.
Yeah, absolutely.
But tonight, I think we're really smack dab in the middle of it, and so now, in my opinion, Alec, every match is must win. We've already had the first 2 matches. That was the mistake period. If you lost those matches, that's fine. Now's your chance. You need to make up for your previous losses. Of course, Oberon will be taking on Nexus Solum in this first matchup here. And it's interesting to note, Oberon is currently leading. He already has 1 point, has only wrestled 1 match so far. Nexus Solum has already wrestled 2 matches, but he lost his first match against Ashley Singe, but came back next week, or I should say last week. I believe it was a victory over Vlad Isaacs, if I'm not mistaken. And so Nexus Solum has 1 victory point, Oberon 1 victory point. Nexus Solum already been in 2 matches. Oberon only been in 1, so this is Oberon's 2nd match here, Alec, in the round robin. This is Nexus's 3rd. So quite the difference there. Oberon still has essentially the luck that if he has a blemish tonight, if he's not able to defeat Nexus Solum, that's okay. He can still make a comeback. But in my opinion, I don't think that Nexus can afford to make another mistake if he wants to be in a crucial determiner match to, possibly win the HQW World Heavyweight Championship.
The following
if we want to look at the current landscape of points, I believe there currently is a tie, and in fact, this first match here will determine who will be the leader, in fact. Nexus Solum has 1 point, Oberon 1 point, Charlie Mathison 1 point, in fact did the incredible and defeated the previously undefeated Ashley Singe 1-on-1 for his point. And Ashley Singe also has a point. He got that point over a win on Nexus Solum. Vlad Isaacs, though, Alec, already has 2 losses. So far, I hate to say it, but I'm already counting Vlad Isaacs out. I don't think Vlad Isaacs will be winning the HQW World Heavyweight Championship. And I think that's a shame, because Vlad Isaacs was our last HQW World Heavyweight Champion. He never lost the belt. He was stripped. The title was vacated from him because of the long-standing HQW hiatus. But this is very interesting, because the other guys in this round robin, Oberon never held the World Championship. Charlie Mathison never held the World Championship. Nexus Solum never held the World Championship. Same with Ashley Singe. Never held the World Championship.
From out of this world, weighing in at 244 pounds, Maximus Storm.
Wait a minute. I think these guys are gonna want to start it out on the what the hell, on the apron, on the outside. This is incredible. Oberon deciding not to wait for Nexus to finish his entrance to kick things off. This is incredible here. So far, that could prove to be a huge mistake for Oberon, as Nexus is already pushing the envelope here. Oh my gosh, what a way to start this match. Oh, and a back suplex on the outside there. This is vicious. This match technically hasn't even started here, guys. But it's going on either way. Now, here we go. Nexus brings Oberon back into the ring. Nexus still has his ring gear on. And now Intergalactic Omnipresence already showing off for the crowd here. Now Nexus. And I'd like to wish Alec farewell. His microphone just died. Thank you so much for joining me, Alec. I hope you can join us next time, of course. But either way, here we go. We're going to continue with this episode of HQW even without him. Wow. But what a way to start up this contest. I am still flabbergasted that it kicked off this way, but honestly, I think it's fine, and it's great. This just goes to show, I think, the desperation that Oberon has and how much he wants the HQW World Heavyweight Championship. He was the odd man in. He didn't really participate in the final Warriors Gamble match with his other Black Hole teammates. He wrestled Pulse alone for the opportunity to join the round robin. Nice instant flip. Can he get a quick victory? No. Not quite. And Nexus Solum going to work on the arm of Oberon. Nexus Solum, of course, a sort of a master to an equivalent of our catch-as-catch-can style. And look at this! Nexus Solum with a phenomenal DDT. He's going for a quick cover. Can he get it one? No. Not quite. Nexus Solum really on his game here. He hasn't given Oberon much room to breathe. And that's really saying something. Wait a minute, Oberon! Oh, nice headbutt counter. Nice chop. Oh, he went for the Greco-Roman eye poke to no avail. Wait a minute. And look at this! And the Paler DDT by Nexus. And you gotta know here, Oberon must be losing it. Oh, and he chucks Oberon to the outside. What more? What more can Oberon really have left in the tank here? This is ridiculous. But yeah, this is not a good opportunity or situation here for Oberon. He came in clearly a sound game plan that Nexus Solum was ready for, and that's the thing. I think because Nexus Solum is such a crafty wrestler, because he has all these tricks up his sleeves, he knows all the heel chicanery, that if you try any sneak attack against Nexus, he'll make it work against you. One. No, only gets a one though. Oberon still has the heart of a champion, however. He knows what's at stake. This is an important victory nonetheless. And look at Nexus. Continues to work the heel chicanery on Oberon. Oh, wait a minute. He caught him. Wait, no. Oh, it's the Omega Driver. Out of nowhere with the Omega Driver. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Oh, how close was that? How close was that? That's one of Nexus Solum's secret moves in his playbook. He won't always hit that, but he will once if he feels desperate enough. But I think he used it right in the middle of the match there. Wow. So far, I definitely got to give credit, but wow, every freaking moment, and there's a lariat. What an answer. I think Nexus is looking to put this bad boy away here. Look at this. Oh, Rampage headbutt. Rampage headbutt. And now I think he's going to set up for the UFC here, guys. Oh, here it comes. The finishing move of Nexus Solum, the UFC, the unidentified flying cutter. Hooks the leg. You know that's got to be it. 1, 2, 3. He nailed it. Nexus Solum, now the points leader here in the round robin. Wow, what a match. That was as decisive as decisive gets. And that must suck for Oberon, because he had last week off from the round robin. Last week was his week off, and you'd think he'd be coming back with a full head of steam, really take advantage, but unfortunately, no. And how will Oberon answer back from this loss? I'm sure he's trying to work that out, but luckily that was only his first blemish here in this round robin. He's not out of the round robin yet, guys. If he can still get a couple more victories, he could still hold on to a pretty savory place here in the round robin. But you got to give it nonetheless to Nexus Solum. Lucky for Nexus that he's now the points leader in this round robin. What a switch up. Nexus Solum, of course, lost his first match, but quite the comeback. Now, guys, we will be moving on to our second round robin of the night. We're gonna hit these guys in quick succession here, and this next match I think is gonna be much more interesting, much more even, in all likelihood. It's gonna be Charlie Mathison, Ultra Glam himself, taking on the current but detached leader of the Apophis, Vlad Isaacs. Vlad Isaacs, as I mentioned, has already lost his first two matches in this round robin. I don't hold out much hope for him to win this round robin anymore. I think 2 losses is too many. The only way that, you know, he could be lucky and turn this around is if he wins his next 2 matches, and if nobody else gets past 2 points. That will be the only way that Vlad Isaacs will be able to make a comeback in this tournament. But he's got to go through Charlie Mathison first, and Charlie Mathison, you know, probably walking on a huge wave of momentum off of his unbelievable victory last weekend against Ashley Singe. What a victory that was. What an awesome comeback to HQW for Charlie Mathison, in my opinion. Ever since he really returned to in-ring action from episode 19, which was the Warriors Gamble finale, for anyone who hasn't noticed that piece of HQW history, I recommend you guys check it out once more. But wow, I was so impressed with Charlie Mathison for essentially putting up with Nexus Solum's nonsense as the leader of the Black Hole, and then making such an incredible comeback. But here he comes. Here comes at this time
the following contest,
the leader, almost estranged leader, however, of the Apophis.
From Transylvania,
for the longest time now, none of his Apophis teammates have come out to the ring with him, and he just doesn't seem to really be interested in their affairs either. I mean, how often do you see this from, I think, any team, where the leader just really washes his hands from the rest of his team? It's baffling. Vlad Isaacs, though, not an opponent to take lightly. There have been many people saying that Isaacs has really lost his touch, that he has lost his effectiveness since the return of HQW, that he's not the same kind of world heavyweight champion caliber athlete that he used to be. That the game truly has changed. But my goodness, it's time for Ultra Glam to make his way down the ring with his boy toy Jeffrey here.
And his opponent, accompanied by Jeffrey, and representing the
and I am so stoked to see this matchup against two guys who are, in my opinion, pretty evenly matched and share a very similar, essentially wrestling style. Both guys are heavy strikers. They both utilize a striking finishing hold. And my, look at the ultra charismatic entrance of the Riot City nightclub. They lowered the lights, put on the disco ball, the whole shebang here. And what an opportunity this is for both men to impress and to try to get some more points in this round robin. Will Vlad Isaacs finally break his bad luck and finally get a victory here in this round robin? And even if he can't advance, maybe he can screw Charlie Mathison out of the final determining matches as well. We'll see. Nice roundhouse kick there by Vlad Isaacs, taking it right to the chest. Nice counter there by Charlie Mathison. Here we go. Charlie Mathison went for super kick. It was evaded by Vlad Isaacs. Belly to belly evaded. And there's a super kick, however. No evasion that time. Irish whip into the turnbuckle. Look at Charlie. Oh, nice move by Charlie. What's he going for? Oh, look at that kick. Unbelievable move. And look at Charlie Mathison. A massive dropkick, springboard dropkick there by Charlie Mathison. Sensational move. He hooks the leg quickly. One, no, only one. Charlie Mathison, of course, you can see the mutation on his face. His right eye is not just something cool that he did with a contact lens with a lot of makeup. It's actually part of his mutation. And his ability is, believe it or not, temporal displacement. Yeah, that's weird, right? And here we go. Here's a cover. One! No! Only one again. Charlie Mathison doing a great job grounding Vlad Isaacs. And I did not think this was going to be a very grounded match. I thought this was mostly going to stay up, be a standing slugfest, if you will. Vlad Isaacs trying to get out of here ASAP. Oh no, wait a minute, look at Charlie Mathison! What in the world? And now Charlie Mathison doing what he does best, and that is entertain for the crowd. Charlie Mathison, easily one of the most popular HQW superstars. And that's not just because he's the only guy representing the LGBTQ community. Charlie Mathison, so darn fun to watch. Look at this. Oh, what a kick! Holy crap! He caught him an hour! Here's a quick cover! One! No! Oh my gosh! I can't believe he only got a 1 for that. Oh my word! And look at this! Oh, bashes his head in. This is a nice head scissors here by Charlie Mathison. Charlie Mathison going to continue the pressure, flips him over. So far, we've been seeing a whole lot of quick contests, a lot of fast finishes, which I personally do not hate. The matches were short but sweet, but holy crap, have they been good. Some awesome moves, some great spots nonetheless. And luckily for us, we can keep that the total time down for the show, which I really appreciate. But that's not to disrespect some of our longer HQW shows, because we've had some long shows that have had some absolute classics in them. And our main event will likely be another absolute unbelievable match. And look at this DDT! Tornado DDT by Charlie! Charlie now, trying to get some going. Can he do it? He's gonna set up his signature axe kick. Look at this! Kicks it from behind! Unbelievable move! And now he's calling for it. Could it be time? Could this be it? Is it time for the glamour shot? Yes, it is! Glamour shot! That insane background house! Here's a cover! 1, 2! Oh no! Only 2! Charlie Mathison in disbelief. Vlad Isaac's kicking out. I don't blame him. That was a huge move. Vlad Isaac's able to kick out of. Charlie Mathison now. Lovely moonsault from the second rope. Is he going to take it another notch higher? I think he is. Charlie Mathison up the top rope. And he nails a leg drop. Hooks the leg to follow. 1, 2. No! Only 2 again. Charlie Mathison going back to working the head. And I think, oh, he cut it. There it is. Vlad Isaac's. His pale skin already chopped up there. What's going to happen? Wait a minute. Vlad Isaacs with a nice counter. There's a counter by Charlie Mathison. Once again, both men, I feel like they're so evenly matched. In my opinion, this is one of the great... These two guys could be unbelievable rivals here in HQW. And look at Charlie. Look at this. Hip toss and a nice kick straight to the sternum. He's going to hook the leg. Can he get the victory? 1, 2. No! Only 2. Oh, drop kick to the top of the back. Look at this. Charlie now. He's going to set it up. This is time. It's the detonation kick! Charlie Mathison nailing that detonation kick. Wait a minute, he went for a son, probably maybe a submission hold to try to finish off. Vlad Isaacs to no avail. Beautiful Northern Lights suplex there by Vlad Isaacs. Isaacs now trying anything to try to get the upper hand here on Charlie Mathison. Can he get it? Hey, look at this. Big, beautiful body slam. Wait, he's taking him over. No, another counter by Charlie Mathison. Charlie Mathison with a glamour shot. That's gonna be it. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Oh my gosh. 2 glamour shots that Vlad Isaacs is kicked out of. What is Vlad Isaacs made of? I think we're really starting to see that undeniable will to win from Vlad Isaacs, which is something I think we have been missing for a little while. Oh wait, no, there's a punch. Stuns Vlad Isaacs for a little bit. Look at Charlie. Nice diving super kick. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Another kick out. What is Charlie Mathison gonna have to do to put away Vlad Isaacs here? This is an unbelievable match. And again, the continued back and forth. And Vlad Isaacs gets dumped. Charlie Mathison, is he going for another big dive spot? This could be it. And look at this. Oh, Pescado! sensational Prescotto there by Charlie Mathison. And you gotta know, Charlie Mathison must be asking himself, what more do I have to do against Vlad Isaacs? We're already up to 4. Maybe this is Charlie Madison's plan. Maybe he's thinking, I should try to get the count-out victory. A count-out victory is just as good as a pinfall or submission here in this round robin here, guys. We're already up to 7. Here we go. Wait a minute. The body scissors. Oh, but there's a unfortunate rope break. Oh my word. This is unbelievable back and forth. Look at this. Wait a minute. Here's a crucifix. He's got it in tight. 1, 2, 3. He's done it. Charlie Mathison was 1. That's a second point for Charlie Mathison, but more importantly, that's the 3rd loss in this round robin for Vlad Isaacs. There is no way Vlad Isaacs can come back from this succession of losses. I mean, there's got to be nothing. He's got no more. There's no chance. There's no way. Even if he wins his last match, it's going to mean diddly. Oh, what a shame. And what a disappointing effort for Vlad Isaacs, but not for lack of trying. He showed a heck load of a whole lot of heart here tonight.
Here is your winner,
but,
Charlie Mathison.
But Charlie Mathison, he had to do a lot to get that pinfall aim, and then I really feel like he caught Vlad Isaacs out of nowhere with the crucifix. Goodness gracious, what a match. That's just the kind of action you guys can expect to see week after week here on HQW. Some really exciting stuff. And now, guys, fasten your seatbelts, because now it's time for the HQW Universal Openweight Championship main event here tonight. This rematch, for anyone who thinks that champions don't deserve a title rematch in their clause, or especially if you think that, you know what, they're for nothing because the champ's always just going to retain, he's always going to find a way to beat out the former champion no matter what, I implore you guys to think twice about that, and Marek is going to essentially show you guys why. Well, Marek actually almost beat Zenith Mathison multiple times during their first Universal Openweight title match. And Zenith almost didn't win. In my opinion, Zenith got very, very lucky last time these two guys met for the championship. But tonight, it's a different story, right? The title's on opposite hands. Zenith Mathison is the title holder. Marek finds himself as a challenger. But to be fair, Marek is one of the hardest challengers any wrestler in HQW is going to face off with, guys. Marek is one of the top. If anyone has seen the HQW banner, or my HQW banner on YouTube, you can see he's one of the big 5 there on that banner. But here we go. It's game on now. It is time for our main event of the evening. Marek Zenith Mathison one more time for the HQW Universal Openweight Championship. The whole concept or idea behind the Openweight title was to welcome anybody to challenge for the belt. Not just heavyweights, not just super heavyweights, not just cruiserweights, but extraterrestrials. People from below the deepest depths of the earth, literally anybody, to come in and try for this very, very prestigious title. And during Marek's unbelievable 3-month title run, I think he went up to almost to 5 months, if I'm not mistaken. He had almost a 5-month reign with the championship, and he was, in my opinion, quite possibly one of the best champions that the Openweight title's ever had. It's a pretty big deal, though, to be able to get this title rematch here tonight between these two gladiators. But here's something that you guys have to remember. Marek is actually going on a double loss, like a double loss streak here. He lost the belt to Zenith 2 weeks ago, and then last week he actually lost a match against Arcana, in a match where if Arcana won, he would also get an HQW Universal Openweight title opportunity against Zenith. But look at the swagger of the champion, Zenith Mathison. I don't think he has ever seen a mirror he doesn't like. That guy is so full of himself, and he believes so much of himself as well. And honestly, I think you can definitely think that you are one of the best if you're holding that HQW Universal Openweight title. And here we go now with the title introductions. This title means a lot to both these guys. It meant a lot to Marek when he essentially helped build the prestige up over the past 5 months during the Warriors Gamble. But it also means so much to Zenith Mathison, because Zenith, he says he deserves a championship. He says he works way too hard not to be recognized as a champion.
From New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 210 pounds, he is the Universal Champion, the Gangster.
Here we go now, Zenith hosting that title up proudly. This is... I'm getting that big match feel here, guys. I'm really excited for this match. I have no idea who's going to come out on top between these two unbelievable superstars. Boy, am I hoping. I'm not going to lie, I'm personally hoping that Marek does regain the title, just because I thought he was an incredible openweight champion. Oh, clean break there. He was an incredible openweight champion when he did hold the belt. And personally, I do want to see Zenith just taking down a peg. I think it would do a lot to humble Zenith if he lost the openweight title after a mere 2 weeks of holding it. And look at this. Zenith now going to the top rope. And drops down a massive drop kick. Unbelievable elevation. And I think it's important to note that last week, Zenith Mathison was not in action, but it was Marek who was in action. Of course, Marek, on the losing end of his match, unfortunately. But nonetheless, Marek still has a chance to redeem his crappy last 2 weeks. So far, July has been a rough month for Marek. He achieved a great victory as I said, he achieved a great victory at the Warriors Gamble in a steel cage match against Arcana. A momentous win. Wait, look at this. Zenith Mathison really trying to make those counters count here. Look at this! Inverted Frankensteiner! Holy crap! Marek now going to roll out onto the apron. This is a major danger zone here. And there's an overhead belly to belly. Wow! What power there by Zenith. Here's a cover. 1, 2, no. But Marek had an okay July right up until Zenith Mathison. Literally the two words that seem to have haunted Marek's essentially nights. It's kept him up at night, wondering how he's going to defeat this new Openweight champion. How's he going to do it? Wait, look, what's Marek going for? This is crazy. Oh, what a Frankensteiner! Holy crap, that was awesome. Here's a cover. No, can't even get a 1, though. Wait, Zenith Mathison now. Wait, look at that! Oh, Sling Blade! Sensational Sling Blade! Here's a cover! 1, 2, no! Only 2, Zenith almost in disbelief. But Zenith, if you know anything about Marek, you gotta know you're gonna have to do a lot more to defeat Marek. Look at this! Oh no, he came up short for the Hurricane Rana. This might be the opening that Zenith needs, or that Marek needs. Wait a minute! There it is! Canadian Destroyer! Just like that, the Canadian Destroyer connects! Marek. Uh-oh, Marek's going to the top. Changes his mind, though. Zenith with another brilliant counter there. Zenith really keeping up with the pace in this match. Nice clothesline. Throws Marek off. Wait, Zenith's up. Zenith is extremely dangerous up here, guys. Wait a minute. Oh, the super kick! Decapitation super kick from the top! The crowd already appreciating what they're seeing here. And again, this is a danger zone for Marek. Look at this. Unbelievable DDT with his legs. Can you believe that, guys? Here's a cover. 1. No, only 1. Marek, nice counter there. There's a quick suplex there from Marek. Oh, hang on, Zenith Mathison caught him out of nowhere. Here's a possum. 1. Oh, only 1. Holy crap. Zenith Mathison almost in disbelief there. Marek got out of that. No, Zenith with a nice counter. Oh, there's a kick. Zenith, he might have it. He has it locked in. Straight out of competition. Straight out of competition by Zenith. He's going for a cover. Can he get it? 1, 2. No, only 2. Again, another near fall for Zenith. Can't get over this. Boy, Zenith, he's calling for it. He's calling for the final move. If he can hit this, he's going for Rushmore. That's what he calls his cross-legged Michinoku driver. Can he get it? Nailed it! Hooks the leg! 1, 2, 3. No, he did it! He did it after all! Unbelievable. Zenith Mathison retained against the game Marek here tonight in our main event. Wow, I gotta admit, I really appreciated the action here in this match. There were some incredible moments. Like, look at these. Either guy stood in a really good chance of winning the match, but it would be Zenith Mathison to nail just enough damage to keep Marek down for the 3. But wow, talk about anybody's match. And you know, Zenith has got to be ecstatic. He pushed away the former HQW Universal Openweight Champion twice. What a sensational victory there for Zenith. And now Zenith is well on his way to not just becoming more than just a paper champion, but to becoming a truly magnificent Openweight Champion after 2 victories over Marek. Well, congratulations, Zenith Mathison, and thanks everybody for joining me on this week's episode of HQW. Felt like it was actually like a pretty good length, so hopefully you guys definitely tune in, either on YouTube, come check it out, or hopefully even might check it out a couple more times. I thought this was a really great episode of HQW, for even though it wasn't one of our longer shows. But with that, guys, I'd like to say a big thank you to Alec Albert for joining me here tonight, and apologize he wasn't able to join me for the duration of the show, but it looked like he was having some technical difficulties, which, you know, can happen to the best of us. But a big thank you to everyone who've been watching HQW and who've stuck around for this long, and for those joining HQW, no matter when you might be checking this out, and just, you know, please give it a like, give the channel a subscribe, and definitely hit that bell to get your notifications to find out the very moment when the latest episode of HQW pops up. And with that, thank you guys. I've been Earl Cahier. Thanks so much for joining me. I love you all. Take care. Have a great rest of your long weekend.